Early in the morning, we see Anna tying her boyfriend Bryce's tie because he has never been able to tie it properly on his own. At the same time, the TV news reports that the fifth victim of a serial killer known as Jack has been found. Anna is a teacher who works with young children. One of the kids accidentally spills paint on a cup, and the incident clearly irritates her. After work, Anna goes to meet her friends Nina and Francis. They are planning a trip and want her to join them, but she tells them she won't be able to go this year because Bryce wants to take her to Vegas instead. Her friends are surprised by this. At the end of the evening, Anna decides to head home. As she reaches the bridge, she sees a woman laughing with a man. She assumes they're just a happy couple enjoying their time together. But suddenly, without warning, the man brutally murders the woman right there. At that exact moment, Anna's phone rings. The killer hears the sound and turns to look at her. Anna immediately tries to run, but she drops her phone. The man begins chasing her. He pulls out a knife and tries to stab her. She blocks him with her hand, struggling to defend herself. As he continues pursuing her, she falls over the bridge railing. She hits her head on a metal surface, and from that moment on, her vision becomes distorted. She begins seeing faces in a strange, altered way. The killer takes her phone and belongings and leaves. Luckily, a homeless man who had been staying under the bridge rescues her. Part 2. Sometime later, Anna wakes up in the hospital. Bryce and her friends are there beside her, but she doesn't recognize any of them. The doctors explain that she has been in a coma for a week. They give her medication. When Anna steps outside, the doctor tells her she needs rest. Something is wrong. She is seeing identical faces everywhere. She looks at herself in the mirror and is horrified. She cannot recognize her own face. The doctor explains that she has developed a neurological condition caused by brain trauma. There is damage to the part of her brain responsible for facial recognition. She now suffers from prosopagnosia, face blindness. Because of a lesion in her brain, she can no longer properly recognize people's faces. Every time she wakes up, the person next to her seems to have a completely different face. She needs to see a specialist who deals specifically with this condition. Bryce takes Anna home and treats her gently. However, when he leaves the room to answer a phone call and comes back, his face appears different to her again. This deeply unsettles Anna. Bryce tells her that the police are still searching for the man who pushed her off the bridge. At the police station, Anna and Bryce meet a detective named Chris. He has investigated the bridge scene carefully but found no additional evidence. He asks Anna to share everything she remembers, hoping it will help track the killer. He shows her photos of suspects to see if she can identify anyone. Overwhelmed and confused, Anna rushes out of the office. Chris follows her. She explains how the attack happened and tells him that all the police officers look identical to her now. After they leave, Chris speaks with his assistant Lenny. They are interviewing a young boy named Nicky, who had drawn a frightening sketch of a man he saw. Chris discusses the disturbing drawing with Lenny. In the middle of the night, Anna wakes up screaming. She goes to the bathroom and looks at her unfamiliar reflection. Suddenly, the killer appears behind her holding a knife. She wakes up again. It was just a nightmare. Bryce comes toward her, but once again, he looks like a completely different person. She panics. Meanwhile, Chris returns to the bridge to question the homeless man who saved Anna. Unfortunately, Chris accidentally leaves his ID card behind. Shortly after, someone approaches the homeless man and kills him. Back at home, Anna talks to her father, who lives in another country. He promises he will come visit her soon. Then the doorbell rings. Her friends arrive, but once again, their faces appear unfamiliar to her. They show her a newspaper. Her story is on the front page. Her photo has been published publicly. Anna is shocked because the woman in the picture looks beautiful, yet she feels no connection to that face. Exhausted, she decides to meet a specialist named Dr. Longi. The doctor reviews her brain scans and confirms there is damage to the facial recognition area. The doctor tells her that despite everything, there may be one important face she will never truly forget. Anna returns to work. All the children look identical to her. To cope, she writes each child's name down so she can tell them apart. She notices a man wearing an orange shirt. Suddenly, he disappears. A mother questions Anna about the children, but the kids begin acting out loudly. The mother starts feeling that Anna may not be capable of handling responsibility. The school principal calls Anna in and tells her that if she wants to continue teaching, she must take 3 months off to recover properly. On the train ride home, a man sitting nearby hands her a bag, but she cannot recognize his face. Then Anna receives a call informing her that Chris has been killed. She is also told that the killer is on the same train and is wearing orange clothing. Panicking, Anna tries to hide and escape. She screams for police help. The man calls her by her childhood nickname. It turns out to be her father, but she doesn't recognize him. When Anna gets home, she keeps touching her face in the mirror. Frustrated and angry, she smashes the mirror. Later, she visits her therapist. The therapist gives her 2 stones and demonstrates how to notice subtle differences between them. She explains that every object and every person has unique features. Anna must focus on specific details instead of the whole face. Anna successfully identifies the correct stone, and the therapist realizes she is making progress. The next morning, Anna helps Bryce tie his tie again. After he leaves, she writes down instructions for him on how to tie it properly. She meets her friends and is able to recognize them by their clothing. Finally, she tells them the full truth about her condition and asks them not to tell Bryce. Later, her therapist takes her to a busy street and teaches her how to read body language instead of facial features. Anna stops at a newsstand and sees another report about the serial killer Jack. A man approaches her and she calls for a police officer, but no one is there. She goes to the police station and meets Chris. When she looks at him carefully, his face appears normal to her again, and she feels relieved. Their conversation is interrupted by Officer Liam, who seems suspicious. Anna says if she sees the killer again, she will recognize him. Chris explains details about the first murder and shows her multiple suspects. They conduct a lineup, but she cannot identify the killer. Later, Anna attends a birthday celebration with her friends without Bryce. They celebrate her birthday. She notices Bryce watching from a distance. Feeling hurt, he leaves. She receives a phone call wishing her happy birthday. The number looks familiar. It's one she has seen before. Suddenly, one of her friends, Frances, goes missing. They search and discover that Frances has been murdered. Police arrive quickly. Liam gives Anna pepper spray and tells her to use it if she's attacked. Chris takes Anna home. Bryce's jacket is found on the floor. Anna's old phone is also discovered there, making Bryce look suspicious. The next morning, Chris takes Anna to a remote island called Cole. Very few people live there, 1 doctor, 1 school, and 1 teacher. Anna feels at peace there. The following morning, she sees Chris shaving and mistakes him for the killer, hitting him in panic. Shortly after, they receive lab results confirming that the DNA taken from Bryce does not match the killer. Bryce is innocent. They return to the city. During therapy, doctors try to trigger Anna's memory of the bridge incident. Her mind remains blocked. Chris and his team arrest multiple suspects. Anna later meets Bryce. He apologizes and shows her the Vegas tickets and an engagement ring. She refuses to accept it. While Bryce goes to the restroom, Liam attacks him, knocks him unconscious, and steals his clothes. Anna tries calling Chris, but his phone is left in the car. Liam returns dressed as Bryce. Because of her condition, Anna cannot recognize that it isn't him. Chris, listening from the car, hears their conversation and realizes the man with Anna is not Bryce. It's Liam. He remembers Liam's past aggressive behavior and realizes that Liam altered the young boy's drawing. Outside, Anna notices something strange. The tie is perfectly tied, but Bryce has never been able to tie it correctly. She sprays Liam with pepper spray and runs. Chris arrives. Both men pull guns. Anna cannot tell which one is real. One gun falls to the ground, and she picks it up. Chris strikes Liam, who attempts to escape. Anna runs toward the bridge. Both men follow. She cannot distinguish between them. Chris tries to calm her by mentioning Cole Island, the one place only they shared. Suddenly, the other man appears behind him and prepares to attack. Anna fires. She shoots one of them. It's Liam. The real Chris survives, but is seriously wounded. Anna kneels beside him, telling him she loves him and doesn't want him to die. In that final moment, she sees his true face clearly. He dies in her arms. Sometime later, Anna becomes the teacher on Cole Island. Because the population is so small, she recognizes everyone there. There is only one face she will never forget, the face of the man she loved. And that's where the story ends. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.